You know that moment when you're dreaming about moving somewhere with space and peace and palm trees, but then you remember you also need a Costco, a good coffee shop, a gym with childcare, and maybe even a splash pad for the kids? Yeah, that's the real challenge. A lot of people think you have to pick one or the other, either quiet suburb life or all the action and amenities of a big city. But here in St. Johns County, what surprises most people is that you can actually have both. You can get the new home, the top-rated schools, and still grab sushi on a Tuesday and hit a brand new Target without driving 45 minutes. Now, to be totally upfront, St. John's isn't a major metro like Orlando or Miami, and that's exactly why so many people move here. But what it does offer are some communities that blend peace and quiet with quick access to things like great shopping, dining, schools, healthcare, and recreation. So you still get that connected lifestyle just without the big city stress. If we haven't met before, I'm Josh Rogers, and my family and I live right here in St. Johns County. Every week, I help families from all over the country figure out where they actually belong in Northeast Florida. And if that sounds like you, go ahead and shoot me a text. I'll help you think through the options before you start booking flights or setting up showings. Now let's walk through a few neighborhoods that offer that sweet spot, places with convenience, comfort, and community without the traffic, noise, or overwhelm of a real big city. Let's start with Nocatee, because if you're relocating and wondering how to keep your lifestyle easy, connected, and family-friendly, this place answers a lot of those unspoken questions. Now, Nocatee isn't technically a city, but it feels like its own little world. You're not isolated out in the suburbs. You've got just about everything you need inside the community. We're talking multiple water parks for the kids, a full fitness club, a Baptist health center for everyday care, coffee shops, restaurants, grocery stores. It's all built right in. And here's the part my relocating families love most. You don't need to plan an all-day outing just to run errands or entertain the kids. You can hop in a golf cart, grab dinner, hit a splash pad, pick up groceries, and be back before bedtime. It's designed for everyday convenience without the chaos of big city traffic or long commutes. Location-wise, you've got easy access to both US 1 and Nocatee Parkway, which means whether you're headed north into Jacksonville or south into St. Augustine, you're never far from the action, but you still get to come home to peace and quiet. So if your biggest fear is losing that close to everything feel when you move, Nocatee gives you the lifestyle you're used to, just with better weather and less stress. Next up is the Durbin Park area, and if you're someone who wants to be close to all the everyday essentials without the hassle of big city traffic, you're going to love this part of St. John's. It sits right at the intersection of 9B and Racetrack Road, and it's one of the fastest growing zones in the entire county. Because honestly, it checks a lot of boxes for busy families and professionals. Durbin Park isn't just a strip mall, it's a full-on commercial hub. You've got Bass Pro Shops, a Cinemark movie theater, Home Depot, Petco, tons of restaurants, and a massive Costco that's either open or just about to open depending on when you're watching this. And when I say convenient, I mean Target and Chick-fil-A 5 minutes away, kind of convenient. The neighborhoods around here, places like Bartram Springs, Julington Creek, and the northern edge of Rivertown are popular for good reason. They're tucked just far enough away to feel like home, but close enough that you can grab dinner, catch a movie, or get to your doctor's appointment without a second thought. And if you're commuting into Jacksonville or need easy airport access, the location is golden. You're just minutes from both the 9B connector and I-95, which means you're not wasting half your day in traffic just trying to get north. So if you're someone who wants the balance of suburban life with all the big store convenience and easy commuting access, Durbin Park is the kind of place that makes life smoother, plain and simple. Then there's Silverleaf, and if you haven't heard about this place yet, you will soon. It's one of the biggest master planned communities in Northeast Florida, and it's growing fast. You'll find it tucked between County Road 210 and State Road 16. And what makes it really stand out is that it's designed to feel like its own little world, but without feeling disconnected from everything else. But here's what's really exciting. They're building Silverleaf Commons, a new commercial area right at the front entrance. Think grocery stores, restaurants, coffee shops, and even medical offices all inside the neighborhood. That means you won't have to hop on the highway every time you need something. It's the kind of setup that gives you convenience without chaos. And when it comes to location, Silverleaf is in a sweet spot. You're close to both I-95 and St. John's Parkway, which makes getting up to Jacksonville or down to St. Augustine super easy. You're not stuck in traffic or winding through back roads. You're just where you need to be. If you want that balance of brand new everything, tons of amenities, and the kind of location that keeps your day-to-day life simple, Silverleaf definitely deserves a spot on your list. If you're still trying to figure out which of these areas actually makes sense for your lifestyle, I'd love for you to join my private Facebook group. It's called Moving to St. Johns County, and inside you'll be able to connect with other families already living here and those planning their move, just like you. We share updates, answer questions, and help you zero in on the neighborhoods that actually fit your life. You don't have to figure this all out on your own. Now let's talk about Palencia. If you're someone who wants a little more breathing room, a bit more elegance, and that private tucked away feel without being totally off the grid, Palencia might be your spot. It's located just north of downtown St. Augustine, right off US 1, which gives you this perfect blend of access and seclusion. You're close enough to hit the beaches, grab dinner downtown, or hop on the highway up to Jacksonville. But when you're home, it feels quiet, peaceful, and almost like a retreat. The vibe here leans a little more upscale, kind of like a private country club community without being stuffy. You've got the Palencia Club, which has an 18-hole golf course, a beautiful fitness center, pools, tennis courts, and even on-site dining. So whether you're into morning workouts or sunset cocktails, it's all right there. And what really makes Palencia work for a lot of families, especially those moving from busier cities, is that it's developed enough that you're not constantly driving 20 minutes for groceries or a pharmacy. There are shops, restaurants, and medical offices all inside the community. It's self-contained, but it doesn't feel like a master-planned bubble. If you're looking for that balance of lifestyle, location, and low-key luxury with a straight shot into downtown or up toward Jacksonville, Palencia might check all your boxes. The truth is, St. Johns County isn't exactly a big city. It doesn't have skyscrapers or five-star hotels on every corner, but it does have these small pockets, like the ones we just talked about, where you can find everything you need close by without giving up that slower pace and more peaceful life you're probably looking for. So if you're hoping to find that balance between convenience and calm, this area really might be a great fit for you. If you've got questions or you're serious about making a move, go ahead and shoot me a text and let's figure out your next step together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.